You're in love with tomorrow, but you're neglecting today. And when God sees you neglecting today, He will not give you tomorrow until you are faithful over the few. You cannot be ruler over the many. So you need to take your eye up for the tree and water what you got now. Oh God, water what you've got right now. Because if you give attention to the responsibilities that you have been given, you will be promoted to the next level. Go ahead and rehearse. Go ahead and play your scale and walk on your level. Without you even trying to do it, why you stopping it will turn you to where you're going. What destiny is pulling you into? In the center stage we have a piano. A baby grand piano, glistening, shining, and bright. But it cannot play itself. It is an opportunity. If the right person doesn't touch it, it will never reach its potential. The piano has existed so long that it will only give itself fully over to somebody who have invested enough time and effort in it, and they know how to get the most out of the same keyboard and keys on the keyboard, but it's the fingers that pluck it, that control what it can produce. So you go out and you buy you a piano, and in your mind you think, I'm going to work on this, and in a couple of months I'm going to do that too. But when you get your piano, and you get everything in place, and you sit down at it and you get ready to play, that doesn't sound like what I had in mind. Nobody clapped when I played it. They don't like me. You mean you really expected to get the reaction of the maestro at a recital? When your life is in a rehearsal stage, see, you're trying to get a reaction that you haven't earned yet. And if you're not careful, you will do this for a while and say, that doesn't work for me, and now you got the clarinet and you're trying to blow in, and then if you don't get a quick reaction from that, you put that down and say, that's not giving it now to me. You got a drum and you're beating on a drum, and you can't master that. Look at how many things you started and stopped. If you stop playing scales, you'll miss the opportunity to discover the sapling, the growth. But if you keep on working on what you are, what you should be, it's gonna manifest your life. From the rehearsal to the recital. Once you have mastered it, whether the recital is business, marriage, kingdom building, book writing, script writing, accounting firms, real estate developer, wife, husband, family, whatever your recital is, once you have maximized it, you get to sit with the masters. And then you begin to grapple with this. How do I take what I have developed and make it fit into the orchestra of God's divine purpose? Because even if you are a maestro, but you can't fit with other people, and you can't work with anybody, and you can't get along with anybody, you'll never be in the orchestra because you can't figure out how you fit. Now Jamar's task is to fit in with the orchestra. Your task is to take what you have developed and fit in with others without being jealous. without being intimidated, without being insecure. You can't shine. A true master only shines when the light is on him. He has the grace and confidence in what he does to allow other people to shine and figure out, how do I fit in this 21st century? With the fast-changing world, how do I sit in with other people who put in just as much to be good at what they do? Whether you are at the rehearsal stage, the recital stage, or the orchestration stage somewhere, your life, you are in one of those 3 stages, and you will only finish when you focus on what God has given you. Running past where you are, trying to snatch where you're going, will make you a failure every time. Every step that you take has been ordered by the Lord. God does not quarter elevators. With God you must take the steps. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Notice how poverty is generation. It has its own culture. It has its own mentality. And poverty is not as much about not having money. It's about a mindset. Once you get in that poverty mentality, money won't bring you out, because your mind will always rob you of the opportunity your money gave. It's a mindset. You have to break the culture of it. It's the way you think. It's the way you handle stuff. It's the way you perceive value. It's a mindset. You gain something just being raised in a house where there's some prosperity. You get to hear conversations you wouldn't hear. You get a mentality that you wouldn't get. You get a way of processing problems that you wouldn't get. Your daddy's solution for not having money is to run that cable cord out the window. Helen over to the neighbor's house ain't nobody. It's a mindset. It's a mindset that get over. Spirit is a mindset. And so, even when you start on, you still acquiesce to the culture of poverty. And you are making $1,000 a year, talking about run that cold out the window. And you still in something you could have paid for, because it's a mindset. Culture is not just me to start. It often just my master mason has affected my children. And so I'm